Hello, my name is Tasheria Small, and my Capstone project examines the impact of invitational coaching on teacher efficacy and literacy instructional quality. This study uses a quasi-experimental design comparing an invitational coaching framework with more traditional coaching models. My goal was to really explore whether coaching can be really grounded in trust, collaboration, and also teacher empowerment that may produce stronger outcomes than compliance-based approaches. So I am so excited to share this study with you all. So traditional coaching models often prioritize compliance, implementation checks, and accountability over teacher growth. While accountability has value, coaching systems that feel evaluative may reduce trust, may reduce individuals feeling like they are psychologically safe in that environment. And so this matters because literacy improvement really depends on the confidence of teachers who are willing to collaborate, reflect, and refine practices. Research by Edmondson highlights the importance of psychological safety, while invitational education emphasizes environments built on respect, optimism, care, trust, and intentionality. Therefore, this study explored whether invitational coaching could serve as a strong capacity building alternative. So my study was guided by three research questions. The first one, does invitational coaching improve teacher efficacy compared to traditional coaching? Second, does invitational coaching improve literacy instructional quality? And third, is psychological safety a predictor of coaching success? So, based on prior literature, I hypothesized that teachers receiving invitational coaching would report higher efficacy, stronger literacy practices, and that psychological safety would positively predict outcomes. This study used a quasi-experimental pre-test, post-test comparison design. So as you can see here, the independent variable was the coaching model with two conditions. The first condition is traditional coaching and invitational coaching. Dependent variables included teacher efficacy and literacy instructional quality. Control variables included the pre-test efficacy, the pre-literacy quality, years of experience, grade level, and school poverty level. The sample included 120 K-8 teachers across 6 diverse schools. Participants completed pre-test measures, engaged in a 12-week coaching period, and then completed post-test measures. So we know that we have to validate measurement instruments. And so the instruments used in this study were selected because they have demonstrated strong reliability in prior research. And the literacy rubric was strengthened through consistent scoring procedures. So looking at Sheehan's, Morans, and Hoy, they looked at teacher efficacy in their study. And so regarding the measurement quality, that particular study demonstrated, that strong reliability. The teacher sense of efficacy scale also has internal consistency coefficients ranging from 0.86 to 0.94. Psychological safety measures have also shown reliability across organizational studies. And the literacy rubric that was used in the study was supported through score calibration and consistent observational criteria. Descriptive statistics show that both groups began at similar levels. So, for example, the pretest teacher efficacy was 6.10, for the I court, and that is the invitational model group, and 6.04 for the traditional group. Pre-literacy scores were also nearly identical, as you can see here. However, post-test outcomes favor the I-court group. Efficacy increased to 6.51, as you can see here, compared to the 6.00 in the traditional group. Psychological safety was also higher in the I-court group compared to the 4.01. So this suggests that invitational coaching may have produced stronger teacher outcomes. Now, turning to the results, I conducted an ANCOVA to determine whether the coaching model influenced post-test teacher efficacy while controlling for pre-test efficacy levels. The analysis revealed a statistically significant effect of coaching model. This means that even after accounting for where teachers started, the type of coaching they received significantly influenced outcomes. So teachers in the invitational coaching group reported higher adjusted efficacy scores. As you can see here, it was 6.49 compared to the teachers in the traditional group, which was 6.01. So educators who experienced invitational coaching, they felt more confident, more supported, and better equipped instructionally than those in compliance-driven coaching systems. So what does this all mean? The teachers who experienced invitational coaching felt confident, they felt safer to take risks, and demonstrated stronger literacy practices. All three hypotheses were supported. First, invitational coaching was associated with higher teacher efficacy. Second, teachers in the invitational conditions demonstrated stronger literacy instructional practices. And third, psychological safety emerged as an important factor in coaching success. And these findings align with Kraft and colleagues who also found that coaching can improve teacher practice when it's sustained and when it's job embedded. This also aligns to Edmondson's work, showing that learning and growth are stronger in psychologically safe environments. And lastly, and also Creswell's and Gutterman's work, who supported the ANCOVA as an appropriate analysis for pre-test, post-test group comparisons. So the practical implication is that schools may need to really rethink coaching from a compliance model to a growth model. When coaching emphasizes trust, reflection, teacher voice, schools may strengthen teacher retention, improve professional learning communities and collaboration, and therefore build stronger literacy systems. So again, this study was not without limitations. It does have some limitations here, which I will discuss. The data that was used was simulated for instructional purposes. The design was a quasi-experimental rather than randomized. And also we have, so you really can't generalize these findings across the board. It does have those constraints there. And also, there was a short amount of time, so a 12-week period was relatively short. So that was a limitation as well. So future research should include real district implementation, longer term studies, and student achievement outcomes such as reading growth. So in conclusion, invitational coaching shows promise as more human-centered and an effective alternative to those traditional coaching models, because teachers who feel psychologically safe and professionally valued are more likely to grow, collaborate, and improve instruction. So therefore, the key takeaway from this study is that coaching should not simply monitor performance, it should build capacity. When teachers feel invited rather than inspected, growth becomes more likely for educators, students, and the system as a whole. So that concludes this presentation, and I will open the floor up for questions and further discussion. Thank you.